A new study from Americans for Tax Fairness and the Institute for Policy Studies shows that the country's billionaires are spending more than ever on political contributions. For more on this, we're joined now by Frank Clemente, Executive Director of Americans for Tax Fairness. Frank, thanks so much for joining us today. According to the study, billionaires' spend leapt from $32 million in 2010 to $611 million in 2018. I mean, what is driving this increase?
Well, clearly one factor is they're getting a lot richer, so they got a lot more money to spend. And there's a lot more billionaires now. Just in the last year, they went from 614 billionaires to 640. But the big factor really is, if you look at our data, is that 2010, the Supreme Court made the Citizens United decision, which opened the floodgates for wealthy people and corporations to play a much bigger role in election campaigns. They're able to make unlimited contributions to third-party organizations. Some of them are shadowy, some of them are disclosed, where you can actually find out how much money is being contributed. And that is where this dramatic growth in campaign contributions occurred. Back in 2010 and earlier, billionaires were only contributing 1% of total federal campaign contributions. Today, now, according to the data, it is 10%. So one in every $10 is coming from these extraordinarily rich people. And we're talking 600 people. Think about it. There's at least 1.5 million people contribute to federal elections every election cycle, and they're contributing at least $200 a piece. It's going to be a hell of a lot more than 1.5 million people when you count the smaller dollar contributions too. So these small number of folks are having extraordinary influence.
So you just mentioned how much money is going into this. Who are the country's biggest spenders, and how much are they spending?
Well, it's also, the big spenders are also quite concentrated as well. You got Sheldon Adelson. The top three are Sheldon Adelson, Tom Steyer. And we didn't count how much he spent on federal campaign on his presidential run. Just we have, Tom Steyer, and then we have Michael Bloomberg. Adelson was up over $300 million over the course of his political giving history. Steyer is about $200 million or so. Bloomberg is about $180 million. The analysis we have, and this is all federal election campaign data, those top three are contributing 1/3, essentially, of all contributions from billionaires.
Wow.
And then the top 20 billionaires, they're contributing 2/3 of all the contributions from billionaires. So it is, the pyramid is very, very small at the top.
So as you just mentioned, those three, you've got two Democrats there to that one Republican. But as you're looking just broadly at that list, what is the spread there? Is it fairly even, or is there one, Republicans are far more advantaged over Democrats, or vice versa?
That was a surprise in the analysis we did. Our data goes back to 1990. We looked at it through 2020 cycle. In the 2012 and 2016 presidential campaigns, remember, it was Mitt Romney, a millionaire, multimillionaire, and Donald Trump in 2016, a billionaire. Most of the contributions, more than a majority, went to those Republican candidates. A very healthy majority went to those two in the presidential cycle, went to Republicans. In the off-year elections, actually in 2018, more billionaires gave more to Democrats. Not that much more, but more. And so it's interesting. In some ways, they're becoming, I think, equal opportunity givers. And certainly, if Democrats win the White House and if they win the Congress, both chambers, I'm sure that the billionaires are going to put more money towards Democrats. They like to place their bets on everybody.
All right. Well, we'll have to leave that conversation there. Frank Clemente, Executive Director of Americans for Tax Fairness. Thanks for joining us today.
You bet. Take care.
Hey, investors. Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.